Hi friends, I thought I'd just sit down in front of the camera today and share with you two new foundations. The Makeup by Mario, let me get the cap so you can see the full effect. The Makeup by Mario, this is the new one. So remember that it is the Surreal Skin, I think it's the Natural Finish Foundation. Yes, and mine is in color 4.5N. This is a little bit warm for me. I'm going to color correct it so you can see that like I did in my last video. And then the Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation, and this is perfect color for a perfect color for me. Hydrating and Blurring Longwear Radiance Serum Foundation. My color is RN3. Perfect color for me. So I thought I'd just sit and try each one on the different sides of my face so you can see it. And as you can tell right now, my face is super duper shiny, which is just basically my skincare because I got done with it just a little while ago. So I'm just gonna blot everywhere and get this shiny down. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa. I've been a beauty influencer doing tutorials and reviews for over 10 years on YouTube, and I have over 700 videos. I am 57, so if you're wanting to know anything about mature skin, since I was 47, I've been doing these. Actually, I think I've been doing it since I was 40. Oh gosh, I don't remember how long it's been. It might even have been longer. So I've been doing them for a long time. I have lots of videos, and I want to just tell you welcome. I hope that you do decide to subscribe and stick around. We have the best bunch of gals that are very supportive of each other. No drama, just makeup and skincare, and we love that. Okay, I'm going to be applying with the Dampened Beauty Sponge. This is my favorite. This is from the One Size collection, and this sponge, I have had it, washed it, cleaned it. It has held up like no other sponge I've ever had. Plus, it has the coolest shape to it. Everything that I talk about today, including everything that I have on extra, i.e. my outfit and my jewelry, my fingernails, everything will be listed and linked down below for you, so you know that. I'm going to start just like I always do with primer. This is one of my favorites. I believe that this is so much like the Tatcha Silky Canvas one. I put it in a dupes video before and you cannot tell the difference. Revlon PhotoReady Prime Plus Perfecting and Smoothing Makeup and Skincare Primer. One pump is all you need. This does have dimethicone in it. You can feel that dimethicone. I put it all where I have the large pores. So that is over the nose, right there on the cheeks, definitely on the chin, and a little bit on the forehead. And then after that, I will just take what's left over and spread it out, creating a barrier between my skin color and my foundation. Next, I am going to do my color corrector on my under eyes since they're so bad, and I am just going to let that sit while I do the foundation. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal Corrector in Peach. Spray your sponge a little bit with a little bit of setting spray and then dot it onto that color corrector, and it's not going to mix with your concealer. Pro tip from an aging lady. So, all right, let's try out these foundations now. Let's do the Natasha Denona on this side of the face. And like I told you before, I'm only gonna do one pump. Beautiful color. I absolutely love this color, and I probably will do one pump for my face. Well, no, I might not need that much. Neck is taken care of, so I'm gonna pick up anything extra, and then I'm just going to dot. Now, the reason that I think I love this foundation so much is not only does it give a natural dewy finish, but it just looks like your skin. Oh my goodness. And I have worn this over and over again. I just thought that since it is one of my favorites for the month that I would bring you the wear test on it. So I will actually put my thoughts down in the description box for you about how I feel about the foundation and its wear time. And if there was any break apart or anything like that, but I'm telling you right now, there isn't. I adore this foundation. It is just one that I will put it on. Like, I have a bunch of age spots, and then I have a bunch of redness that goes through here. I'll put it on and it just looks, it looks so good. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love it. It looks amazing. And then I'm gonna put a half a pump, not even a half a pump, maybe just a couple little more dots on there, just to get some extra coverage right through here where I have the major amount of sun damage, and then also the redness, just for a little bit extra coverage through there. It's just, it's gorgeous. I can't say enough good about it, actually. Now, I also have the Makeup by Mario, the Surreal Skin Natural Finish, and I'm gonna do one pump of it as well. Now, more of that came out than from the Natasha Denona. So I'm going to color correct this a little bit with my LA Color Mixing Pigment with the blue, tiny bit of blue, and a tiny bit of white. And that's going to take some of that orange and get the color light enough for my skin. Now when you're doing color corrector, a tiny, tiny bit, I mean way less is more on this. I cannot stress that enough, because you're gonna immediately not like what you're doing. You're gonna think, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm never gonna do this again. But trust the process. It really does work. It really is great stuff. No more orange. So I'm going to dot, dot, dot. Okay, and the other side of that sponge. I'm actually gonna start with my neck down here because of a lot going on. That sponge, and then I'm just gonna dot this around. Now, I do feel the same way about this one. It's a beautiful foundation. It leaves you with dewy skin, and so does the Natasha Denona. I mean, you can see how dewy my skin is. It's almost too dewy, almost greasy. We'll fix that with a bit of powder and a little bit of spray. But what I really love about this is all day long hydration for both of them. I never feel like I'm dried out really badly like a matte foundation would do. They're both very, very natural. Now, the reason that I had to put more on this side is because this is my bad side. But I do have a few spots over here as well. So I'm going to just take a little bit extra on my sponge and pat that around. And bam, it is just so pretty. I can't even begin to tell you how absolutely gorgeous both of these foundations are. Now, which one would I choose if I was going to tell you, okay, go out and buy this one, not that one? It's probably the Natasha Denona in all reality. Even though I absolutely love this, I don't know, I tend to grab for the Natasha Denona one first. And maybe it's because I don't have to color correct it. Maybe it's just because of its ease. I don't know. But it is really that good. After everything is worked in, I'm going to use my Luminous Silk, I think this is Giorgio Armani. This is their concealer. And I'm just going to put one dot of that on. And let me tell you what color that is. That's a little bit light on me. One dot. I'm loading up the dot. Little bit deceiving there. Okay, hang on. Color is 4.5 again. So I don't know what color that is exactly, but that's the color I have. And I love, love, love this concealer. It just covers so well. And if you make sure that you put down your setting spray before, you're going to have a budge-proof look all day long. You're gonna have it completely color corrected. It's got a color that matches my foundation, and you don't want to go lighter. I am a mature woman, and when I go lighter, I look like I've got darker circles, because the lighter the color, the more it's going to mix with the purple and it's going to look gray. So keep that in mind, or it's going to look, or mix with the blue, it's going to look gray. So that's just my take on doing concealer. I'm going to put a little bit of primer on my eyelids, which is my trusted Anastasia Beverly Hills. The reason I like this is because of how opaque it is and how it dries down after you use it. A lot of them will crease on me. Of course, I do have to put a little bit of powder on this right away in order for it not to crease, but still good stuff. Another tip, put your primer up in your eyebrows. That's going to help that stick. And then take your powder. This is the Photofocus from Wet n Wild in the pink. Take your powder and go across those eyelids to set that primer. And go up into the eyebrows, because you have a lot of skincare in there. Now you have foundation and concealer in there, which will brush out with a spoolie, but it helps to dry it out. And then we are going to take the powder again, load up that brush. Powder's flying everywhere. That's not a bad thing. Just happens. And again, we're going to set, turn, set, turn. So I'll show you on the other eye a little slower how I do that. So we're going to push it into the concealer, turn your brush, quarter turn. Push it into the concealer, turn your brush, quarter turn. Push, turn. That helps just set everything down and you don't get too much on there. So you're not swiping, swiping, swiping. And then I'm going to go in with the bigger side of that brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's from Tarte. You can only get it on their website. I will make sure that it is linked for you. And I'm going to powder everything down. I want to do this before I go in with the rest of my makeup, because I want to see how much powder I actually need for this to stop looking quite so shiny. Not a commercial for the powder, I promise. Now I'm going to spray this so everything melts together. This is the Morphe, I think I said this already, Morphe Continuous Mist, but it's the hydrating one. Love that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera, in which case I will put a brow tutorial down in the description box for you so you can do your brows on your own, but I'm gonna do them off camera because they are time consuming. Okay, and as always, let's put a little bit of highlighter on underneath our blush. Let's use the duo-sided hourglass powder brush, not puff. Okay, a little bit of highlighter. Actually, a lot of highlighter. So pretty. I love it. And then we are going to take the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzer. I am not sure what color this is, but it'll make sure that it goes down in the description box. And I'm also going to use that new fan brush from the Nikki LaRose collection from BK Beauty. Picking that up, putting it into my hairline. If you need a tutorial for this, I also have several. If you ever want to know any tutorials, just type in Mrs. Melissa M and contouring, blush, foundation, concealer, eyebrows, whatever you want to know. If I've done it, it will come up immediately. Let's now go in with a MAC blush. These are the Blur and Bounce blushes, I believe. Glow Play blush. It's close. Blush Please is the color. Very neutral, very beautiful. I love this. The brush I'm using is an IT brush, a Heavenly Luxe brush. It deposits the perfect amount of blush every time. You about can't go wrong. So darn pretty. Look at the natural color on there. Wow, I love this blush. I forget how much I love this blush. I'm gonna put on top of it the Fenty Beauty. This is the Bacon Cakes, that's the color. And it's the Suede Powder Blush. This is beautiful. It almost looks like a cream to powder blush. I'm not gonna go in there very heavy, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pinch my brush and I'm gonna put a little bit across my eyes for a little bit of dimension there, because I'm not doing a full-blown look on my eyes or we'd be here for a very long time. Again, if you want an eyeshadow tutorial, Mrs. Melissa M eyeshadow tutorial, and it will come up. And one of the easiest eyeshadow tutorials on the planet is one of my tutorials. Okay, have you guys tried the Revlon Color Stay Extension Nair mascara? Wow, it's so good. I gotta warm it up. Put it in my armpit for a minute, let it warm up. Now I'm gonna go back with the cookie, and this one is so pretty. So I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm just going to go across my eyelid, make it a little bit of dimension there for the eye look. How simple is that? And then I'm going to take a Rephr 03 brush, and I'm going to find an eyeliner in this mess of a kit of mine. And this is I believe this is the Wonder 2 Wonder Skin eyeliner. And this one, I just think it's brown. I always have a hard time with colors on these. Brown sugar on that one. And I'm gonna go right out here. Gonna deposit a bunch of color right in the corner. And then I'm going to take that pencil brush, the 03 from Rephr, and I'm going to buff and blend and pull up in the corner. Very easy eye look. All right, I wish Rephr would get this eyelash curler back in. I do not know what's happening over there, but they haven't had this in for like a year, and it is my favorite. It's the one with the wider curve instead of the smaller. Onto the Revlon Color Stay Extension Nair mascara. Again, time consuming, gonna go off camera with this. All right, I'm gonna line my upper waterline. This is my liner from Smashbox. I love this one, but Kulfi's is really good. There is also, let's see, Revlon's is really good, their Color Stay one, and also L'Oreal Infallible to line your upper waterline. They're dark, rich colors, and they just work really good in the waterline. A little bit of lightening right here in the corner with my Moira double-sided eyebrow pencil, just to bring that inner corner to life a little bit. And then lips. Let's do the Maybelline Lifter lip liner, and I will have to get my glasses again and tell you which color that one is. Big Life. Might be Big Lift, because you know how I can never tell anything. Have a little bit of gloss on right now. That's okay. If you need a lip line tutorial, I have one of those too. All you gotta remember about your lips, little bit of extra here and at the Cupid's bow, and then right on your lip line everywhere else. And I'm going to use lipstick that's in front of me. Let's just use the Primrose from Revlon. one of my favorites. Very pink. And then one of my all-time favorites ever is Oyster Girl from MAC of the lip gloss. So pretty. Super glossy. It's just so beautiful. Okay, there it is. Now, how we doing on that shine? Little bit extra shine, but that's okay because I've just been sweating my bum off and didn't want to say the other word. Here we go. Take down a little bit of that extra shine where we don't want it. Do want it on those cheeks though. How pretty are those cheeks? All right, let me tell you. Either of these foundations is going to do you well. I think probably if you lean towards being a little bit more combo oily, you probably will like the Makeup by Mario. If you are very, very dry, you're probably going to love the Natasha Denona. That's probably all it comes out to because they feel the same. They're lightweight, they're medium coverage, yet they're very buildable and they never look cakey. I don't have any break apart during the day unless it's actually my skin or my skincare that I've done. Then there might be a problem, but that's not the issue with the foundation. That's the issue with my skin. Hope that you guys did enjoy seeing a fun get ready with me today, and I hope that you're having a great day. And if you have any questions about either of the foundations, leave those for me in the comment section. Or if you have yourself tried these, let me know as well. Okay, everybody, take care of yourselves. I love you so much, and I will see you again in my very next video. Goodbye, friends.